Oh, it is dark in here. Let's turn on some light. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're calling in from. So glad to have you guys here on the call. This is our community update call here in the amazing Connect community. And I'm just so glad to be here with each and every one of you. Huge welcome. So please go ahead and throw in the chat if you haven't already where you're chiming in from. We've got a lot of you coming in here. Just so glad to see you here. We've got Louisiana in the house, Atlanta, Georgia, Navarre, Florida. Let's see here. We've got some Wisconsin, Orlando, Florida, Grovetown, Georgia, St. Petersburg, Florida, Brisbane, West Palm Beach, Florida, Albany, New York. Who else we've got here? We've got Okoboji, Iowa. We've got Augusta, Georgia. Let's see here. We've got Utah in the house. We've got some more Australia, South Carolina, California, more California, McKinney, Texas, Alabama, Sweden, Minnesota, Texas, some more Texas there, Netherlands, Stonecrest, Georgia, Tampa, Florida, Maryland, and Seattle. And of course, there are more jumping in. You're welcome to continue to chime in on where you are calling in from. So glad to have all of you here. Like always, we're going to make sure that we cover, first of all, just the standard housekeeping items. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So hang tight with me for just a minute as I do. And we'll get everything up to speed. Just a second here. There we go.
Hey, Stephen, while you're pulling that up, do you mind if I jump in with the block fabric updates really quick?
Oh, please go ahead. That'd be great.
Awesome. So I wanted just to let everyone know, we let everybody know that Block Fabric was doing an update yesterday at 9 a.m. They were offline for just a little bit. Everything is back up. They did push a bunch of new updates. One of those updates that they are doing for the Connect community is that they actually have a mechanism in place that I just wanted to educate people on because I didn't know how many people actually know this. But one of the benefits of actually hosting with Block Fabric specifically is, and a lot of people, myself included, I've been hosting on different services over the years, like Vulture or any other third parties. But one of the uniquenesses with partnering with Block Fabric is that they actually have a mechanism in place that restarts your node system every night at around 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to make sure that your nodes are connecting and that you don't have to do quite as much maintenance or making sure and checking online. Now, they are still doing some updates to help with some new tools and features that are going to be coming. So we're going to have more and more updates as we come along. But that is one of the things that I just wanted to make sure you all know that is new and improved on Block Fabric and kind of again helps those users that don't necessarily have the time to watch all of that always. So take a look at that. And those of you that don't know Block Fabric, you can access that inside of your Connect account if you want to transition from different services that are provided.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Ali. That's fantastic. So guys, as always, we've got our disclaimers here up on the screen. You're welcome to take a look at that, take a picture of that, read it later, whatever you want to do. But of course, I want to make sure that we go through some of the most important points we want to make sure that everyone hears. And this is, number one, this may contain some forward-looking statements. There are no earnings claims or financial advice given. The digital rewards are for utility. DYOR, or do your own research, very important there. The information provided is for educational purposes. And of course, nodes and the blockchains are governed by the DGF or the Distributed Governance Framework. And so again, all of this, kind of this housekeeping that we do every single time we talk to each other is on purpose. It's important. It's to make sure that we are keeping each other safe, keeping this community safe, so of course that we can grow long term. We want this and all of these projects to not only bless us and our families, but for generations to come as we are solving some of the biggest problems by decentralization. And part of some of those problems that we're going to be talking about today are in the food and agricultural industry. We've got Will Taylor on here with Grow, and so excited to have him on today. Really, this is going to be all about Grow for the most part, this call. And so grateful to have Will on to talk to us about what Grow is doing, why and how we can all become a part of the Grow blockchain and why you would want to, and some of the updates that are happening in Grow United space. So Will, thanks for jumping on with us. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you.
Thanks, guys. Glad we're here. I'm not in a jail cell. I'm just in downtown San Juan. We had a new grow node owner come in today. Came in, bought 5 nodes, started running them, and wanted to go to dinner tonight to learn everything of what he just got involved in outside of the conversations we had leading up to that. And so I am just leaving dinner, and apparently I'm by this guy's house. Sorry. Always on the run. So a lot of really cool things happening for Grow. Here's what I want to do today is go through some very exciting updates of things that we have been involved in and some things that we are working on and things that will come in 2025. I always like to start with what our goal is and what we're trying to do at Grow. Our goal is to nourish the world and bring in projects, use cases, and utility to the blockchain that help do that in any way. And so for those of you that have seen me or anyone present on Grow, you've probably seen things on Farm Tracer, which is our ability to track and trace food. You've probably seen things on Carbon Ag, which is our ability to put things like carbon credits, tax credits, and biodiversity credits on the chain and track all of the data that's going into that. You've probably seen the Nourish Mart, which is where you can actually go buy food with the ERC20 Grow token and have it shipped directly to your door. So those are some of the use cases of how we're leveraging blockchain to decentralize the global food economy and also nourish the world. Some very, very exciting updates that we've had on that movement. And this is something that we are working on right now in terms of legal contracts. But we have been meeting for the last, honestly, 3 months. But for most of you know, I live in Puerto Rico. Here in Puerto Rico, we had the MAHA team fly out. So for those of you that are familiar with American politics, you might have seen Trump just won the last election. He has nominated RFK Jr. to be the HHS director, which is essentially over health, chronic disease, and a lot of the food system in the United States. And we have been meeting with their team on how we can leverage the blockchain to prove that the initiatives that they have are actually making a difference. And so when you look at the Make America Healthy Again initiatives, they want to see more transparency in the food system. They want to see transparency in health records. They want to be able to see what's going into making our food, what vaccines, what GMOs are being used on the plants, how are the animals raised. And we have the mechanism to do that. And so RFK Jr. has been given essentially 2 years by Trump to put in place new initiatives, new incentives, and a new reward mechanism to help people get healthy again. We're in a position right now where our blockchain will be the mechanism by which they use with the trust, the transparency, and the data that goes on chain to prove that those initiatives are actually working and that they're not only making Americans healthy again, but they're making the world healthy again. And they're doing it in a way that nourishes the soil and the atmosphere. So to give you guys some depth into what that means, there was a recent study done after the US election on how many people knew in the United States what MAHA meant. And 60% of Americans know what MAHA means. They know that it means Make America Healthy. And of that 60%, 68% believe that MAHA can actually make a difference. So the majority of Americans know what it is, and the vast majority of Americans believe that they're actually going to make a difference. Well, what we've had the really honestly pleasure to do is meet with them on a very intimate level on what should the initiatives be and how can we incentivize those people in the United States and globally to make smart decisions, and how can we reward them on the Grow blockchain and also using the Galvin blockchain and any other systems that we have within our ecosystem to come in and help with that. The other thing that's huge for is as we look to go more globally. So right now we have, as many of you know, and we've talked about, we have some farms in Australia that are getting to launch on the Nourish Mart. And this will be an update on that. I met with our team today, and we have completely revamped the Nourish Mart. So we launched it. We launched it here in the United States. We got some really good connections in Australia. And when we looked at our site and all of the things that it could do, we noticed a few fixes. So we've taken the last 30, 40 days and we've completely rebuilt the Nourish Mart site, both the front end and the back end, to make it as easy as possible for the farms and for the consumers to go in and list their food, list their inventory, accept the grow token, and then ship that out well. So we are very close. I didn't get dates today, but I got the alpha test run through on that entire system, including test inventories for the new Australia farms. So I have told all of you in Australia that by the end of the year, we will have that ready. And that is still my goal. And that is still the team's goal. And so we are working on that. And then going into 2025, we have connections in the Netherlands and Europe, and we're looking to launch for all of you in Europe. And all of those of you in India, we have a really good connection in India that we're in preliminary conversations with to be able to launch that in Q1 of 2025 as well. So Australia, we're right there at the finish line, and India and Europe, we're going to be there in Q1 of 2025. So how that all ties in to the initiatives that we're working on with the US government is when you look at global food supply, it's massive. This is one of the biggest issues in the grow market right now is how do you track and trace food that's going across borders? I was in Peru. I was actually asked and had the opportunity to fly to Peru and meet with the president of Congress of Peru and speak with the members of the Congress of Peru. I was supposed to speak for 15 minutes. I ended up speaking for about 4.5 hours and then a breakout room afterwards, because when they started to understand the vision that we had about how to decentralize this system, they could see the potential and they could see that the solutions that we have are the solutions that can solve the bigger problems that they face. Now, I want to talk to this community really closely about this, because that's amazing. I see some of the comments coming through. Wow, that's amazing. And it is. It was amazing. And it's really, really cool for me and very humbling to be in these positions, to have these conversations with this level of people and world leaders. I came home the other night and I was reminiscing with my wife on my life about 3 years ago. And like all of us, we all have hard times. We all have good times. But about 3 years ago, I was at a very, very low place in my life, one of the lowest that I had ever been in. And I came home from meeting with the MAHA team. I came home from another meeting with another group, and I was just really grateful to be where we are, doing what we're doing, speaking with the people that we're talking to world leaders and being a part of that change. And that is what we are doing. So this community is the backbone of how that is done. And let me tell you why. When I go to Peru and I meet with the president of Peru and I speak to their Congress, when I speak to the new administration of the United States, they love that we can decentralize this. They love that we can leverage technology and AI and blockchain to do what we can do. But what everybody misses is they skip steps. I'll just call them 3, 4, and 5, right? Let's call steps 1 and 2 is we needed the blockchain technology. We have that. Steps 3, 4, and 5 mean you have to decentralize the network across the globe and get enough people to believe in the vision and mission that you are doing, and then run those nodes as a first action. Currently, Grow has just over 26,000 nodes running on a global scale. That is more than Ethereum. And we've done it with almost no one knowing who we are. And if we get that number to 40,000 or 35,000, we will be one of the largest decentralized networks in the world. And that is the power, that is the core foundation that allows everything else to happen. And so I just want to make sure that as we look at all of this really cool, really big, future vision, all of us are in it every day. And it's about being right now, outside of a dinner, talking to this amazing community with another person and his wife that just bought 5 grow nodes and got them running today. That's what it's about. And as all of us are on the ground roots of that, just remember that that's what matters right now. When you talk about how do I move the needle in any business, or how do I move my life forward, it's always about understanding what is the next step and how do I just do that next step the best that I can. And so we're in the game, guys. We're at the grassroots of it. A lot of amazing things are happening. I hope some of these get exciting for you. And it gets exciting for me to stay in it, to keep doing the little things day in and day out, to keep having the little conversations with people. Because when we have that foundation and we have a community all over the world, that is what we are going to build on. That is what countries are going to build on. That is what the biggest companies in the world are going to come in and use. And that is the system that is going to set every farmer free and going to set us free to nourish the world, make America healthy again. But all of us on this call know that the mission is much bigger than that. It's about making the world healthy again. And so those are the big highlights. There's a lot of other really exciting things happening. I feel like I always say that on this call, but we have to do it in order to make sure everybody's on board for where we're going. But feels like I'm missing something. Give me 1 second. Let me go through my mind. Yep. Another thing. The other thing that's very exciting that to me speaks progress is we are getting more and more companies and more projects reaching out to us as Grow on how can I leverage blockchain to go and change the world. And so you've heard I gave you guys the best 2 examples. And so you talked out with MAHA, but just today I had 2 phone calls with companies that have a good amount of funding, a really big vision to go do really cool things. And they don't want to do it in the normal way. They don't want to do it we don't want to go to VC groups. We don't want to raise money. We don't want to go to Wall Street. We want the people to own this, and they don't know how. And so I go back to the soapbox I was just on the foundation that we are building, and the foundation that we have is the springboard on which for the next decade, every great innovation that comes in this space has the opportunity to come and give to this, because we are not an extraction economy. We're not about extracting from one thing to the next. We're about going in and giving and adding. And that is the beauty of the blockchain, and it changes everything. So that's what I got for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for giving me some of your night and bearing with me while I sit outside the restaurant. You guys are awesome. Keep rocking.
Hey, appreciate it, Will. Thanks for jumping on and being willing to take some of your evening out, step away from dinner for a minute. Really appreciate all the information. Everyone, thanks for being on as well. I want to go just a little bit further. I know that Will's covered a lot of this stuff in the past as well, but for those of you that have not had a chance to go on to the Nourish Mart, if you've never seen it before, if you haven't gone on to it yet, and I'm maybe you all have, but just in case, I've got it open here, and I just wanted to kind of show a couple things so that you understand and kind of see the reality of the utility of what's already happening here with Grow, which I think is just tremendous. So I'm going to share my screen here, and bear with me for just a second. So this is Grow. If you go to, if you go to thenourishmart.com, go to browse our selection, you can check out, click on a few different things. I'm going to click on, I'm going to click on beef. Here, let's see here. There we go. And you'll see there's a variety of different things. Oftentimes, when the new products get listed, they sell out very, very quickly because there's a lot of people that want to use their Grow tokens to purchase these products. So you'll see that sometimes that they're out of stock, and then those are, of course, refilled later on. But if I wanted, for example, to get this Royal Reserve Box NFT voucher, you can see it's a $375 value. I would click on that right there, click on Add to Cart. I'm going to go to my cart over here. And I already looks like I already had something. I'm going to remove that from my cart just for the fun of it. And let's do that again here. Let me refresh this real fast. There we go. So I've got this Royal Reserve Box NFT voucher here in cart. You can, again, see a $375 value. If I click on proceed to checkout, it tells you to put all your information in there, your shipping address. This is the coolest part to me. It is only available to purchase by using your Grow tokens, your Grow digital rewards, right? What you are mining right now with your Grow nodes if you have them. And of course, this is the ERC20 token, right? So you would have to bridge those Grow tokens over to ERC20. But this is what anybody can do if they have a Grow node and they're mining their Grow. They can then use those Grow rewards to purchase real world products here from the Nourish Mart. I think this is just an amazing opportunity. It's pretty awesome. And you can see there, well, I guess I still have two there in my cart, the prime rib and the Royal Reserve. So that's a total of $600 worth of value that if I wanted to, I could use 275,000 Grow to then purchase, right? This is huge. This is utility. And Grow is really leading the charge here in the ag space. I would just say, man, if you're interested at all, if this is something that speaks to you, if you want to be a part of this revolution, then make sure you have a node. Make sure you have friends and family that know about this and what's going on here, because for the first time in history, I can run a node and from that node purchase some groceries, right? That's pretty cool to me, and so I'm super excited about that. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. Really simple, and outside of course the beef, there are some other things in here. You can see, you can click on condiments. They've got honey, some creamed honey. They've got under skincare. Let me go back down here to skincare. They've got some different skincare items that you can get. You got the Nursed Colostrum Daily Moisturizer. You've got some different things there as well. Some soaps. You can get some natural soaps there. You've got some apparel and some drinks as well. For anybody that came to our Vegas event, they provided some honey for the charcuterie board that was out there. They also provided provided some drinks. They've got this royal cider that you can also get. Anyway, so there's some really cool things that right now, if you are doing this, you can get out on the Nourish Mart and use some of your Grow rewards that you're mining to purchase real world products right here, right now. So utilities there. I just love it. Anyway, I just want to kind of follow up to that. Allie, is there anything else that you think we need to cover on tonight, or are we going to wrap up?
Well, I think one thing that Will also touched on that I think is very important and I don't know if everybody was, just because of the exciting news, I don't know if everybody was like connecting the dots here. But really what we're doing and supporting these different blockchain projects here on Connect is that we also help, share on the technology side, and the foundation project. I know that was launched recently in Las Vegas. And I don't know if everybody's kind of connecting the dots here. Will was really also mentioning, that technology and that support is really what's leveraging, from the brand's perspective, to be able to go out and attract this type of attention. And so that is something that I think that everybody should kind of understand, is that these brands are working together to make a new world in a new possibilities all over the place. So really cool that's this exciting news that's happening on Grow, and really, really appreciate everybody hopping on. And you guys have been great. And Will's 100% right. The community is really what's driving a lot of this project. So appreciate all of you.
I love that, Allie. Thank you so much. Well, friends, thank you for being on tonight. You know what? One more thing. There are, of course, some holiday promotions that are going on right now. Allie, would you be able to put that link into the chat real quick? Maybe for just a minute, because we've got just a couple more minutes. And not that we have to take all the time, but I think it's important also, if you haven't had a chance to click on those promotions and really get to know what they are, all the details around them. There's some amazing opportunities right now. I was having a conversation with a friend just last night, went through some of these promotions with him, and he was just so excited, bought a bunch of nodes. So I'm going to share my screen one more time here. And let's do this. There we go. So just to kind of go through this real quick, and I won't go through all of it, detailed, really super detailed. But of course, we've got some sell one, get ones with some of the new nodes that were just launched, Codex, Elevate, and the foundation nodes. If you sell one, you can get one up to 10 nodes per week on that. Codex, maybe I will go through them real quick. Codex, you can see again, sell one, get one. But also, if you purchase a Codex node, you get a hosting bundle with that. So you actually get 30 months of hosting for 10 nodes. That's a $1,485 value. So that's awesome, right? So you can host 10 nodes for 30 months and just by purchasing one of the Codex nodes. And of course, you're still going to be earning the Codex rewards along with that as well. So that's just an added bonus for that. Let's see. The foundations nodes on a sell one, get one, like we just said. And also, if you buy Codex nodes, you get boosts that go along with that. So if you buy 1 to 4, then you get one boost NFT per node that you purchase. If you buy 5 to 9, you get 2 boosts per node that you purchase. And you can see that continues to grow on up to if you get, I think, between 1,000 and 2,000 or 1,999, then you get 9 boosts. If you get 2,000 or more, then you get 10 boosts per node. So that's huge. And of course, these are boost NFTs, so you don't have to necessarily use all of them. Eventually, you'll be able to send those out to other people or use them as gifts or apply them to nodes or however you want to do that, right? That's totally up to you.
And
So that's
Stephen,
exciting.
it's also probably really good to point out, I don't know if people realize this as well, if you wouldn't mind going back one.
Yeah.
So these boosts are with any brand because Foundations supports all of the brands. So this is a very unique opportunity to earn those NFTs to be able to help support the projects that you love and in a different way. And so again, that's what's kind of unique about Foundations. And that's one of the things that I'm most excited about this particular project, because I feel like it's been needed for a long time. So I'm really stoked about that.
Yeah, and thank you. Someone asked if they came to the Vegas event and received those free nodes. Does that include the 10 months of free hosting? It does not. That is only for the purchased nodes, not the gifted nodes in that way. So great question.
We had another one pop up too.
Go ahead.
About Blockbot promotions. Yes, there are still going through. I'll send out the chat details for that, but just wanted to let you know that that is still running in parallel with these holiday promotions.
Yep. And we already mentioned this, but this is just reiterating, Elevate, sell one, get one. That's happening right now. Element, if you buy an Element Smart Node, right now they're discounted. It's a $4,000 discount, so they're only $2,500. And you'll receive a bonus of 50,000 Element digital rewards. So that's awesome. Galvin, got a few different promotions here. I'll read through it real quick. If you buy, buy a Galvin Smart Node, get a Galvin Boost NFT for free. If you buy a Galvin Boost NFT, you'll get a G Plus subscription NFT for free. When you sell a Galvin Boost NFT, you can get 150,000 eyes as a bonus. And if you sell a Galvin Smart Node, you can get 300,000 bonus eyes. So that's a few different kind of ways to do it, both buying and selling in there. And again, you guys have access to all this. You can read through it again. Green. First promo is buy a green smart node, get 1 green boost NFT. Promo number 2 is buy a PowerPay NFT and join the then you can join the closed beta group.
That launches this Friday. So those that have the PowerPay NFT will be invited to join that beta group this week. So
that's exciting.
Kicking everything off at the beginning of the year.
Super exciting on that. If you sell a green node, you also get a 1 green boost NFT. So that's those promos for green. And here's grow, buy a grow node, get 1 grow boost NFT. Sell a grow node, get 1 grow boost NFT. Give, if you buy a give node, you get 1 give boost NFT. If you sell a give node, you get 1 give boost NFT. And if you sell 5 give nodes, you get 1 give smart node for free on that one. Here's Liberty. Those are also discounted from, that's a $900 discount, so now they're only $2,800. So that's one promo, as you can get it discounted right now. And then, of course, if you sell a Liberty node, you can earn 150,000 Liberty rewards. Rally, if you buy a node, you get 100,000 Rally rewards. And if you sell a node, also, you can get 100,000 Rally rewards. So just another way to boost your rewards there with Rally. Switch, if you, Switch is discounted awesomely as well. It's a $6,700 discount, so they are $2,500. And again, these are all valid through Christmas Eve, so December 24th, Christmas Eve. And then also with Switch, if you sign up 15 new trade wallets that each purchase a minimum of $100 of crypto, then you can get a free Switch node, right? So that's another way to do that if you don't want to purchase, but you want to just help people set up those trade wallets. Either way, you can do that. So friends, those are the promotions that are happening right now. We got some great stuff from Will today, and Allie, thank you so much for sharing about a few different things as well. And with that, we just want to wish you a wonderful rest of your evening or day or morning or wherever you are. Thanks so much for being on with us today, and happy blockchaining. We'll see you on the next one.